I chose St. Joseph's Catholic Church just because it's a beautiful grounds, beautiful facility. I don't go here, but they're nice enough to let me use this facility. But you're going to spend your life doing three things. Number one, you'll spend your life not going to church at all, where church to you is irrelevant and you're not interested. Then number two, like me, I was raised in a Catholic church, being from a Mexican family. My father was born in Mexico. My mother was practically born in Mexico. She was born on vacation in New York, but she's Mexican, Spanish by descent. And I was raised in the Catholic Church. At the age of just weeks old, I was baptized like you're supposed to be, supposedly, baptized and dedicated to the Lord, and I'm very thankful for that. And so I don't remember my first 5 years, obviously, in the Catholic Church, but by the time I was 7 in the 3rd grade at St. Augustine's Catholic Church in Culver City, California, I made my communion. And I would say from 7 into my early 20s, I remember my Catholic school years, and they were very poignant to me, and I took it very serious, the things of God. I studied. In fact, I thought I would become a priest until I met Marilyn, and that went out the window. But I had a heart after God ever since I was little. So that's category number 2. There's people that won't go to church, and then there's other people that love church. And category 3 is there are people who, believe it or not, are finished with church. And they not only walk out of the door, they never go back to a church, and they're burned out. They have a hard time with churchianity. Let me dispel a few things that I'd like to help you with. First of all, church is something that God invented. We see in the Old Testament that the temple was really designed by God. He wanted a temple, a house, to be worshiped in. So if you're having a problem with the concept of a church, you're having a problem with God, because it's God that designed it and invented it. Now Jesus, he designed what we would call in the New Testament church. The word church is ekklesia in Greek. It means the called out ones, the assembly. So whenever people get together, whether it's in a home, a park, the beach, like a beach church, it's just assembling of believers together. And it tells us in the book of Hebrews not to forsake the assembling or forsake the church of one another. And so really, the church is a blessing. But let me say, for those of you that are category 3, you're out of here. I'm finished with it. I'm sick of rules, regulations, the do's and the don'ts of Christianity and or the Old Testament Judaism. First of all, rest. This doesn't freak God out. It's not like God is going like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Listen, God gives us grace and gives us peace. There may be a season of your life. It took a year for me after I got burned out of religion. I went into cult, Zen Buddhism, astrology, Nicker Shoshu, Herbert W. Armstrong as a Mormonism, Catholic for 20 years. And I was just sick of religion. And I got to the place where I just threw it all out. But there's one thing I could not throw out, and that was my love for Jesus. He has stuck with me the entire time. Even in those difficult years where I was questioning, I stayed close to Jesus. So my admonishment in this drone bear pause is that you would not forsake Jesus. There may be a season that you're struggling. Some of you I know. And if you live long enough in this world, you're going to see people fall away. It tells us in Thessalonians there'll be a great falling away in the last days. Timothy talks about this type of a falling away. Lovers of themselves, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, a people that have turned from God. But listen, don't turn from Jesus. Stand your ground. Be firm. Be full of faith. Tell the Lord, listen, Lord, I don't know about others, and I don't know about the church and all the rules and regulations. I'm frankly burned out. But one thing I know is I love you. and I want you, and I will not let go of you. Stay with Jesus. Be if you're a woman, a Mary at his feet, imbibing in the teachings of Christ. She wouldn't leave. Or be a John who at the Last Supper laid his head on the bosom of Jesus and stayed close. Choose to stay with Jesus. You'll never go wrong. His yoke is easy. His burden is light. He understands. He knows the heart and the pain that you've gone through, the things that you've seen around you that look like hypocrisy. My challenge to you is don't bail out because of what you see as hypocrisy. Jesus invented the assembling. He invented the desire that you would be drawn to him. Come unto me, all you that heavy are laden, and I will give you rest. What makes God happy is your love for Jesus. As little as that may be, to him, it's the beginning place to start. And let him build your life the way he wants you, as he pours his grace and care upon you. I leave you with this word to pause and ponder.